Sean Diddy Combs. From his early days as a talent scout at Uptown Records to building his own empire with Bad Boy Entertainment, Diddy's influence on music, fashion, and culture is undeniable. He's a Grammy Award winner. He's a shrewd businessman. He's a cultural icon. But now, Diddy faces a different kind of spotlight, one that threatens to eclipse his glittering legacy. The trial of Sean Diddy Combs is no exception. This is not about chart-topping hits or million-dollar deals. This is about allegations far more sinister, charges that strike at the heart of morality and human dignity. Can a man who built his empire on charisma and charm withstand the weight of such serious accusations? Or will the curtain finally fall on the reign of Sean Diddy Combs? The federal indictment against Sean Diddy Combs reads like a laundry list of alleged criminal activity. The charges are numerous and grave, painting a disturbing picture of a man accused of exploiting vulnerable individuals for his own gain. At the heart of the case are allegations of sex trafficking, a charge that carries immense legal and societal weight. Prosecutors allege that Diddy, over a span of 2 decades, was involved in a criminal enterprise that lured young women into the world of prostitution. These women, some of whom were aspiring models or artists, were allegedly promised fame and fortune only to find themselves trapped in a web of exploitation and abuse. Diddy is also accused of racketeering, a charge often associated with organized crime, which implies a pattern of illegal activity conducted for profit. The indictment further alleges that Diddy used his wealth, influence, and connections to facilitate this alleged criminal enterprise. This includes accusations of witness tampering, money laundering, and obstruction of justice, charges that speak to a calculated effort to silence victims and obstruct law enforcement. The prosecution's case is built on a mountain of evidence, including financial records, travel logs, and the testimonies of over 120 accusers who claim to have been victimized by Diddy and his associates. The courtroom fell silent as Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former partner and a successful singer in her own right, took the stand. Her voice, usually known for its smooth melodies, trembled with emotion as she recounted a decade-long relationship marred by manipulation, control, and abuse. Ventura described a pattern of coercive behavior, alleging that Diddy used drugs and alcohol to lower her inhibitions before engaging in sexual acts she felt pressured into. These encounters, which she referred to as freak-offs, were often fueled by Diddy's alleged drug use, and often left her feeling violated and degraded. Ventura testified that Diddy was physically violent, recalling instances where he allegedly struck her, leaving her bruised and terrified. She described a climate of fear and intimidation, claiming that Diddy threatened her, even going so far as to make threats against her family and loved ones. Ventura's testimony was not limited to physical and sexual abuse. She painted a picture of a man who allegedly exerted control over every aspect of her life, from her career choices to her finances. She claimed that Diddy used explicit photos and videos to blackmail her, ensuring her silence and compliance. Her testimony served as a stark reminder of the invisible scars left by abuse, scars that run far deeper than any physical wound. The defense's strategy in the Diddy trial has been two-pronged: undermine the credibility of the accusers and reframe the narrative around consent. Diddy's legal team, led by the formidable Mark Agnifilo, has meticulously chipped away at the prosecution's case, introducing doubt and raising questions about the accuser's motives. Central to the defense's argument is the assertion that all sexual encounters were consensual and part of a mutually agreed-upon swinger lifestyle. They have presented text messages dating back to 2009, purportedly between Diddy and Ventura, that suggest a consensual dynamic and a shared interest in freak-offs. These messages, if deemed authentic, could cast doubt on Ventura's claims of coercion and abuse. The defense has attempted to portray Ventura as an unreliable witness, highlighting her history of drug use and mental health struggles. They have argued that her memories of the alleged abuse are clouded by substance abuse, and that her accusations are motivated by bitterness and a desire for revenge. By shifting the focus from the defendant's actions to the accuser's credibility and motives, the defense aims to create reasonable doubt in the minds of the jurors. Whether this strategy will prove successful in the Diddy trial remains to be seen. The courtroom buzzed with anticipation at the mere mention of Jennifer Lopez's name. As one of the most celebrated entertainers of our time, Lopez's presence in the Diddy trial carries immense weight, potentially tipping the scales of justice in either direction. Lopez's connection to Diddy dates back to the late 1990s when they were one of music's most high-profile couples. While the exact nature of Lopez's potential testimony remains shrouded in secrecy, speculation abounds that she could provide crucial insights into Diddy's character and past behavior. Prosecutors may seek to establish a pattern of misconduct, using Lopez's experiences to corroborate the accusations of abuse and control presented by other witnesses. On the other hand, the defense may call upon Lopez to refute these allegations, portraying Diddy as a changed man who has learned from his past mistakes. Her testimony could humanize Diddy, reminding the jury of his accomplishments and contributions to society. Her involvement adds another layer of complexity to an already captivating case, leaving the world on the edge of its seat, waiting to see what secrets she might reveal. The Diddy trial has become a national conversation, sparking intense debate and dividing public opinion. As salacious details spill out of the courtroom and into the media, the court of public opinion remains sharply divided, with some condemning Diddy as a predator who abused his power, while others stand by him, proclaiming his innocence and questioning the motives of his accusers. Social media has become a battleground for these opposing viewpoints. Hashtags like #DiddyTrial and #IBelieveCassie trend alongside #SupportDiddy and #innocent until proven guilty. The online discourse reflects the complexities of sexual assault cases, where deeply ingrained societal biases often influence perceptions of both the accused and the accusers. Within the music industry, reactions have been mixed. Some artists have publicly distanced themselves from Diddy, condemning his alleged actions and expressing support for the alleged victims. Others have remained silent, perhaps wary of jeopardizing their careers or taking sides in such a high-profile case. The trial has ignited broader conversations about abuse and accountability in the entertainment industry. The outcome of this trial could have far-reaching implications, potentially influencing how the industry addresses these issues moving forward. The Diddy trial, regardless of its outcome, has already sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, exposing the underbelly of an industry often glamorized and shrouded in secrecy. The allegations against Diddy, if proven true, could force a long-overdue reckoning, prompting a systemic shift in how the industry addresses issues of power, abuse, and accountability. For years, whispers of exploitation and misconduct have circulated within the entertainment world. The stories are often brushed aside, dismissed as rumors or the price of fame. However, the Diddy trial has brought these issues to the forefront, forcing a conversation about the industry's complicity in perpetuating a culture that often silences victims and protects abusers. A guilty verdict could embolden other survivors to come forward, knowing that their voices might finally be heard and that justice is attainable, even against powerful figures. This case could lead to tangible changes within the industry, such as stricter codes of conduct, mandatory sensitivity training, and independent reporting mechanisms for victims of abuse. It could also prompt a reevaluation of the industry's power structures, creating a safer and more equitable environment for everyone. The Diddy trial is a watershed moment for the entertainment industry. The industry must decide whether it will continue to operate in the shadows of silence or embrace transparency and accountability, creating a safer and more equitable future for all. As the Diddy trial nears its conclusion, the world waits with bated breath for the jury's verdict. The stakes are high, not just for Diddy, but for the countless lives touched by this case. The verdict will determine not only Diddy's fate, but also shape the legacy he leaves behind. Will Diddy's name be forever tarnished, his image irrevocably linked to the accusations of abuse and exploitation? Or will he emerge from this ordeal, his reputation intact, his innocence affirmed? Regardless of the verdict, one thing is certain: Diddy's life as he once knew it is forever changed. The trial has exposed the fragility of fame, revealing the dark side of a man who was once celebrated as an icon. It has also sparked a national conversation about abuse, power, and the importance of believing survivors. As we await the jury's decision, one question lingers: will the legacy of Sean Diddy Combs be defined by his accomplishments, or by the accusations that have cast a long shadow over his career? Only time will tell.